Someone is rewriting your memory right now.
The covert narcissist is the most dangerous psychological predator in everyday life. Not because they're loud, not because they're obvious, but because they are invisible. Unlike their overt counterpart, the braggart, the bully, the showman, the covert narcissist operates in the dark. They present as the victim, as the wounded, as the one who tries so hard and gets absolutely nothing back. Their primary weapon is erosion. They don't attack you directly. They chip away, day after day, conversation after conversation, until you're not sure who you were before you met them. This is called covert invalidation. And it works because it hides inside what looks like concern, or honesty, or love. But inside that Trojan horse is a precise agenda: to keep you small, dependent, and silent. Here is the one truth that changes everything. A covert narcissist's power is entirely dependent on your confusion. The moment you become clear, truly, quietly, immovably clear, their entire game collapses. These three phrases are instruments of that clarity.
Phrase 1. That's an interesting way to see it. 6 words. No emotion, no argument, no defense. This phrase is a mirror, and narcissists cannot stand mirrors. Here's what happens inside a covert narcissist's brain when you use this phrase. They come at you with a distortion, a reframe, a subtle accusation wrapped in the language of concern. You always do this. Everyone notices. Most people respond one of 2 ways. They defend or they crumble. Both responses are fuel. Both confirm the narcissist's narrative. But when you say, calmly, without blinking, that's an interesting way to see it. You do something devastating. You refuse to enter the arena. You don't validate their version of reality. You don't reject it either. You simply observe it from a distance, like a scientist studying a specimen. Covert narcissists rely on the DARVO response: deny, attack, and reverse victim and offender. This phrase short-circuits the cycle. It offers no emotional foothold. The manipulation requires your reaction to survive. You just removed the oxygen. And what you'll see, if you watch carefully, is a flicker of something behind their eyes. Confusion, recalculation, frustration. Because the script isn't working, and they don't have a backup. Phrase 2. I hear you. I see this differently. This is an anchor phrase. It is not an apology. It is not an invitation to debate. It is a declaration of independent reality. Here's what makes this phrase a weapon. The covert narcissist's deepest strategy is called reality replacement. They don't just want to win the argument. They want you to adopt their version of events as your own, to forget what you actually experienced, to question your perception until their perception becomes the only one that feels real. The first part, I hear you, is surgical. It removes the narcissist's most used escape hatch, the claim that you're not listening, that you're closed off, that you're the unreasonable one. You've acknowledged them, fully, calmly. And then you plant your flag. I see this differently. No apology, no wavering, just truth, stated as fact. Most people know the gray rock method.
making yourself emotionally unreactive to bore the narcissist into disengaging. This phrase is its evolved form. It's not passive. It's active boundary setting without emotional charge. Psychologists call this a non-anxious presence. It signals, I am not afraid of your reality. I simply don't live in it.
The covert narcissist can handle many things. Anger, they thrive on it. Tears, they collect them. Silence, they twist it. But calm, grounded disagreement? That is a ghost town for a manipulator. There is nothing for them to feed on.
Now, the third phrase, the psychological kill switch. Use this only when you are completely done playing the game. The phrase is, we remember things differently, and my decision is final. Let those words settle. We remember things differently, and my decision is final. This phrase doesn't just stop a conversation. It completely cuts the cord that keeps the narcissist tied to your ego. Why does this destroy them? Because a covert narcissist's entire existence relies on two things: validation and control. When they try to rewrite history with gaslighting, they are testing your boundaries. They are checking to see if they still own the remote control to your mind. By saying, we remember things differently, you don't argue over details. You don't try to prove them wrong. You close the case file. And by adding, my decision is final, you lock the door. You completely strip away their status as a co-pilot in your life. You aren't asking for permission. You aren't waiting for them to agree with you. You are letting them know that their version of reality no longer has any buying power in your world. It forces them to look at their own emptiness. And that is the one thing they fear more than anything else.
True power doesn't scream. True power doesn't need to win arguments or get the last word. True power is quiet. It is the ability to stand unmoved while someone else tries to shake your foundation. If you recognize these patterns in your life, you need to understand the next phase of this psychological system. The phrases we discussed today will protect your borders, but you need to know what happens when a covert manipulator realizes they have completely lost their grip on you. Click on the video appearing on your screen right now to understand their final, desperate move and how to survive it. I'll see you there.